Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode here on the wonderful Decidedly Vanilla server with me, Vanillaraccoon. Heyo! Oops, I didn't mean to scroll and get the watermelon in hand, but hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So, hey Ralph, I did not realize that you were going to be staring me down as I did my intro. That's a little weird. So, we're going to be starting off this episode over at the animal farm, and that is because off camera, over this past weekend, I went ahead and just planted a few trees and then took a pair of shears and shaped them out. And also, surrounding each tree, I placed down 9 pieces of wheat, so that way then when I harvest all of it, I'll be able to either convert it all into hay bales, or if I would like to, not that I need to, but if I would simply like to, then I can convert the wheat into bread. The reason why I say it's not like I need to is because, well, I'm living off of watermelon and I'm also living off of chicken, because a few Twitch streams back we created this lossless chicken cooker, and also now that I have a diamond axe with fortune 3 on it, every time I chop up a watermelon, I get a lot of slices. So what are we going to be doing in this episode? Well, we're going to be moving a few villagers from 1, the villager breeder, and 2, the forms that we created oh so long ago. And the reason why I want to relocate a few villagers is because I want to, you know, spread the life around in this area. I mean, sure, I think in this section of the Raccoon Sanctuary, we have a lot of life in terms of having quite a handful of trees along with various crops planted alongside the trees and just scattered around throughout the pathways. But I also want to get some more villagers out in the rural area of the Raccoon Sanctuary, I guess is what I would like to do. I mean, we do have these 2 tiny ancient Roman themed houses with 2 villagers living in each one, and I may later on down the line at some point in time, I may create a few more of these tiny ancient Roman themed houses just so then we can give these villagers a place to live. But I kind of I'm at the point now where I would like to see them just roaming around freely. And of course, with that being said, we're gonna have to light up this place and make it safe, at least not 100% safe, but we're going to have to make it fairly safe so that hostile mobs won't spawn within the vicinity. But of course, just to take an extra precaution, we can go ahead and bring in a few honor guards. So let me go ahead, grab the resources that I'm going to need to help begin this somewhat tedious task, and I'll see you guys when we're ready to relocate a villager or 2. Not entirely sure if you guys can hear the sound of excitement coming from the villagers, but they're fairly excited. So what I went ahead and did was I used the most generic, I guess I could say, block for my scaffolding slash helping hand to transport these villagers. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to relocate, at first I was thinking of relocating a few farmers, but then I thought, you know what, unless they have a full tummy, they're gonna go ahead and just harvest my crops, and I don't think I'll be able to get anything from their kind gesture of being free and such. So what I decided to do is I'm just gonna relocate, for starters, a good old shepherd, and I think what I want to do is I'm trying to think this out. Okay, so I know I don't want to place any more blocks or rails going down, because then, well, the animals may make a run for it and we don't want them to do that. So I'm just going to let it drop down right there. I don't think this 2 block in height drop is going to hurt our friendly villager, but if it does, oops, I plead the quack. I didn't know it was going to hurt him, I swear. But let's go ahead now and finish powering up. Oh, that's not a redstone torch. Let's go ahead and finish powering up these powered rails. And then we're going to go ahead and together we're going to begin to relocate the villagers, because, well, I'm pretty sure something you guys would like to see is me fail at doing this. And if not, then I'm sorry for have wasted your time. But let's just, oh, that's not the correct rail either. Okay, there we go, powered Excuse me, can I please place down? Thank you. Okay, so we have those laid down, and I'm not going... Do I have a minecart on me? I don't have a minecart on me. Good golly gosh. Okay, let's just go ahead, grab our minerals, shulker box, and then we're gonna have to also... Do we have a crafting chest table inside of here? Excuse me, coming through. I'm in need of a crafting chest table. I think there's one upstairs. Yes, there is. No, there isn't. I was wrong. Or was I? Oh, here's one. It's on the other side, apparently. Okay, so there we go. We have our minecart. Now, let's go ahead and find the shepherd. Excuse me. Are you a shepherd? No, you're a Fletcher. I have no idea what a Fletcher does. Yay, you're a shepherd. Do we have multiple shepherds? Okay, that one's 22 wool, that one's 19 wool. I would prefer to move the one that is the least expensive to trade with, but if we have to, then we'll just go ahead and relocate the expensive one, but preferably, no. Oh, go, he's going. Okay, let's go ahead, grab our tier 3 firework rocket and take to the skies. That's a little too much of a boost for my own preferred taste in this scenario. And oh, okay, it looks like what is going on here? I don't know what's going on, but I'm just gonna this is so screenshot worthy. Okay, let's just go ahead and clear this out so we can clear up this for our thumbnail, hopefully. Oh, we missed it. Well, at least I was able to take one screenshot. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so that's one villager that has been successfully relocated. Time to do the rest of it off camera because you've seen this done at least. Why? He's harvesting crops? You can harvest crops? No! Stop it! Stop it! Problem solved? Problem averted. Hopefully our little shepherd here doesn't mind bunking it up with Mr. Ralph Macchio, but in the event that he gives you a long face and it makes you feel uncomfortable, you're gonna have to take it up with the honor guards. That's not my problem, considering you, upon entry of your new living quarters, you just started to tear up my crops. That wasn't cool, dude. I may forgive, but I'm not gonna forget. So let's go ahead and begin to reassemble this track going into the farm-like area, and I'm just gonna bring it out to right there. And you know what, just so I don't have to worry about running all the way down and then running all the way back, I'm gonna go ahead and just pillar on up and let's lay down these power drills once more. I would actually, even though we have another shepherd that is a little more expensive to trade with, I think just so then we have more options available to us as opposed to just limiting our trading to that one shepherd, let's go ahead and get the other one in. So that way, if, say for example, he's being a bit stubborn and he no longer wants to trade with us, then we'll have this guy. Yeah, you, right there, you, with the green eyes. Your eyes are so green, they're like 2 pools of emeralds. And I don't have that many emeralds now that I think about it. Okay, dude, I know you're a little hard-headed, but can you please work with me? Please? Okay. He's on the rails. Boom! And there he... Excuse me, you're in the way. Oh my... Good golly gosh. There he go... No! If you don't go back in, I'm gonna put you on the back of a milk carton. Thank you for cooperating. Okay, second shepherd has been relocated, and he is hopefully, yes he is, right here. Now I'm not going to make the same mistake as I did last, where I just let him go, because apparently he's going to wander off and begin to harvest my crops without my permission. That's a little rude now that I think about it. You know, it's kind of like inviting someone into your house and then they just suddenly start sifting through all of your stuff. It's like, hey, guy, buddy, you okay there? You looking for something? Can I help you? Oh, didn't mean to break that. Can I help you find something that I didn't know you were apparent on looking for? Okay, so now that he's... Oh, he doesn't like being in here. Not only is he hard-headed, but he's a bit of a brat, I think. Okay, let's just go ahead and... Why don't, just for the sake of our own sanity, let's dig up these rails, and then we're gonna place them down like this. So then, ideally, then the minecart can just fall off of the rails right here, unless it's gonna have to land on this, on a whole block beneath it with rails on it. I don't think we can place rails on top of a stair, but let's just go ahead and do that just to be safe. And let's take a look at the villager breeder now and see if there are any villagers that we want to relocate. And we have before us a leather worker, and he's actually fairly cheap to trade with. He's only gonna want 11 pieces of leather for 1 emerald, and to me at least that seems like a fairly modest trade. So let's go ahead and begin to relocate him. And unfortunately, I don't have enough powered rails on me to just let him go at the speed of light from point A to point B. But, okay, there we go. But I have enough patience in the world to sit down. Okay, you know what, I lie like a sheepdog. Stop moving, please and thank you, Okay, well, let's go ahead, and just so we don't have to deal with the difficulties of moving him uphill, let's just remove these right there, place those powered rails down right there, and we already have the redstone torches on the bar, so all we have to do at this point is get him back on the rails. And okay, even in a minecart you're a little difficult to work with, but that's okay, You're going to a new home, you're going to a better place, we're moving you to a better place, okay? Don't worry. That's a good sign to see, the fact that he's not too close to our spruce fence gates. So I guess this does work, where as soon as the minecart goes off of this rail and it drops down, it will land on the rail here and continue to move on. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this villager is going to try and gather up my crops, so I'm just gonna go ahead, remove him from the minecart. And you know what, I actually want to keep these rails here because I think for this DVLP we're gonna just relocate villagers that are appropriate to move. Okay, please don't pick up any crops here. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? Can I trust you? Can I trust you to not begin harvesting my crops and then keeping it all to yourself and not sharing? Because even though sharing is caring, you don't seem to be about that life. That looks a little weird to see the llama's head just peeking over that. I'm going to take a screenshot because it looks a little funny though. But okay, I think when it comes to having a leather worker amongst crops, he's not going to get hungry and try and fill that tummy up. So why don't we go ahead and just relocate a few more villagers, and then that will probably do it for this episode. As if the first leather worker wasn't cheap to work with, just look at this guy. He's only willing to trade. He will only ask for 9 pieces of leather to get a emerald from. And that, my friends, that, my peeps, my bad, I misspoke there. That, my peeps, is an amazing deal. And just so that we get the right guy, yep, we got him. Alright, excuse me guys, I'm gonna have to ask you to vacate the premise. Well, not the premise. I'm gonna have to ask you to vacate the vicinity, please. Please, guys, okay, I know he's like your homie. I understand he's your best mate, but can you please take a step back, okay? He has to go off. He's on a mission from God. He has to leave. It's his calling in life. Okay, you know what? If you little weasel, if you manage to sneak your way out while I'm trying to work here. Excuse me. No. Okay, we got one on the loose. We have one guy on the loose here. Can I just place this above? Okay, we're gonna have to do this. Okay, if any of these guys get loose, I suppose it's not such a big deal. Because after all, you know, we are going to be lighting up the area, so we are not going to really lose that many people here. Can we just go ahead and get you on the rails? Thank you. Come on. Let's get you settled into your new home before it gets to be nighttime. Otherwise, the hostile creatures are going to come out, and you're not going to want to be around when they pop their heads out and welcome you. Trust me on that. The zombies' hugs, they're not that comforting. They're not that warm. They're not that warm of a welcoming type hug. And the creepers, they can't contain themselves. Okay, so we have our second leather worker here, along with this guy. And we have 2 shepherds settled inside of here. Now, I'm thinking of actually just letting this guy loose. Well, not really loose. I'm going to remove this dark oak fence gates, just so then he has a little more walking space, because I can only imagine being settled in one small area for so long until you want to stretch your legs or something. But now that we have all those villagers relocated successfully and with little to no damage done to them, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to lay my head to rest, I'm going to make it the day, and I'm going to begin to light up the place and then bring in the honor guards, and then we're probably going to end this episode from there. So I'll see you guys in a moment. So when it comes to placing down these torches, I did my best to place them fairly close to one another so that the light level does not dip down past 7, because anything below that number and hostile creatures will begin to spawn. But I thought at least, you know, we'll also lay down a few honor guards just so then they can be the extra safety precaution in protecting our villagers. So let's just go ahead and spawn another one. That's 1, 2, 3, and right around here we should have a 4th. Yes, we do. There's 4, and then here's 5. So let's spawn in 2 more, so that gives us a total of 7. And why 7 honor guards? Well, for one, when the world famous heavy metal act Slipknot lost their bassist due to a drug overdose, and then after that parted ways with their drummer Joey Jordison, they only had 7 members left. So that's one reason why we'll go ahead and create 7 honor guards in this area. Why don't we spawn one in right here, and there we go. That is 7 honor guards. And since it's nighttime, before we go ahead and close out this episode, let's just enter theater mode and walk around the place and see how it looks at night in regards to the light levels. Down there, I thought about placing a torch or 2, but I'm gonna leave that area dim for now because I have a few ideas as to what I want to do with this, but I don't want to execute them quite yet, or at least act on them and change them as I work on them. But that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you all ever so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, then leave a like, and also if you're new to the channel, then I highly encourage you to check out the rest of it, and don't forget to turn on notifications when subscribing. That way then you will be notified when future Minecraft and other gameplay content is uploaded by yours truly, Vanillaraccoon. But I'd like to wish you all a happy day, and peace out.